Hi, welcome back or welcome to my channel if you're new. My name is Laura. Hi, hello, welcome. Today we are going to be doing, I think it's the second update. It might be the third in the Deck of Panning project pan. Now, if you are unfamiliar with this project, first, I just want to say this is a project created by Emily from Emily and Max. I will have her linked in the description box below, along with like the game board and everything that I'm going to be mentioning in a moment. So this is a prompt-based project pan, and what I mean by that is there is a game board, and I'll have the game board go up right now. So there is a game board that has random prompts that get generated into that every month by Emily on the 10th. So the prompts always change on the game board, but there are two sets of prompts that never change, and those are for the face cards. And then there's a separate prompt list for the black face cards, and there's a separate prompt list for the red face cards. So if you get a ace, Jack, King, Queen, either in a red suit or a black suit, they kind of have different meanings, but it's very fun, and those don't change throughout the course of the project. It's just the game board with 2 through 10 that changes throughout the course of the project. But I really love this project. It's really fun. There's something about like prompt randomization, like project pans, that I'm just like, yes, I want to be a part of them all the time. So this was no different. But I have a pretty exciting update, like not the most exciting ever, like we're not going to roll everything out right now, but I do have a pretty exciting update, and this strap just sucks. So I'm just going to start talking about the products that have been in here. If you're new to my project pans, over in this section or somewhere on the screen, I typically put like my usage, my total uses, my grams used, and then total grams used, along with the prompt somewhere on the screen over here in this general area. Editing Me takes care of that. That way I don't have to like say all of the times that I use them and weights and everything like that. I specifically like it for my weights because I think that's just so much easier, but I will tell you the uses that I've had in these items. So the first item we rolled in for the Joker, and there is a Joker in my deck of cards, which sucks. Of course, we pulled it in the first month, and it's an Are You Joking Me prompt, and that is something that you really don't want to pan. And for that, I picked this P. Louise red base. This is in Rude Boy Red. Now, I did use this in my Roulette Pan collab, I think 2 years ago, with a usage goal to just use, I think, each of my colored bases 2 to 5 times each. I can't quite remember. This time I'm trying to use it 30 times. There's no way that I would be able to like completely pan this, and 30 uses is apparently a huge struggle for me like right now. So I have used this 3 times the past month for a total of 7 uses. So I was really hoping that I could use it 6 times this month for just like 10 overall, being a third of the way through like my goal for this, but we did not do that, unfortunately. So maybe next month I can maybe get 15 uses. I'm not going to use it 15 times within a month, but maybe I can use it enough times to get me to 15. That might be a big stretch, maybe 12. I don't know. I'm going to just try to continue to make progress on this. There is a piece of me that hopes that I can just like veto this and roll this out eventually, because I'm struggling reaching for this. It's a great base, but I just don't care to use it enough. The next item was a product that was for my last purchase, and since this rolled in the intro, I had not bought anything prior to, I think it was like Black Friday / my birthday. I did like a purchase for that. So I ended up rolling in this Natasha Denona Duochrome Top Coat Shadow, and I loved this. When I was going to the office at my last job that I quit, I loved using this with my Subculture palette. It was a super quick eye look and everything. My goal is only to reach for this 30 times, and I reached for it twice the past month for a total of 10 times. So I don't know, because there's a little bit of breakage in there. We are nowhere near there's nowhere near pan, which is not the goal in and of itself, but I am 1/3 of the way there to my usage goal. So I will continue to reach for this. Since I quit that job and I'm not going to it, and I don't need to rush for my makeup anymore, and I'm able to like play with colors that I want, I have not reached for this clearly as much as I did before, but I am hoping to just step up my usage on it in the coming months. The next item we had was for something that matches my shirt, which is a prompt that I've had before. So you'd think, like, knowing me, I'd know better and not wear a black shirt, but here we are. But the prompt for matches my shirt. I was wearing a like super, super pale blue, almost white, almost gray kind of shirt. And for that, I picked something that was kind of gray, kind of white, like, and it just reminded me of my shirt in that regard. And for that, I picked this little teeny tiny highlight that Haley had sent me for Christmas this past year, and I finished it, and I'm pretty darn excited. That was the goal. I brought this with me to Albuquerque when I went to New Mexico. When you're seeing this, it'll be about, I was there a week ago. So I used this up. I was really excited about that. So I used that one a total of, and this could be a little bit skewed. I just kind of roughly remembered what I did because I didn't bring my Project Pan notebook with me, so I didn't mark accurately, but I used it about 15 times this past month for, I don't know, a total of something. It'll be on the screen, so there's that. But I finished it, and I'm very excited about this. So we are going to be rolling at least one new item in. And kind of segueing into the other item that we're actually rolling out, it's because I don't have it anymore. And it's not because I didn't like it. It's not because of any reason like that. I went out with coworkers on my last week of work as like a bon voyage celebration that I was like, bye. And it decided to jump into the toilet. It fell out of my bag into the toilet, and there was no piece of me that was going to reach into the toilet of a public restroom at a restaurant to grab a lip product out to show you guys. So it got flushed down the toilet, unfortunately. So it's no longer here with me in my collection. So, I mean, that's one way to quickly pan a lip product. I'm a little annoyed by it because I liked the color, but it is what it is kind of thing. Then the last item I have was actually for the prompt summer, and for that I picked this Morphe Continuous Setting Mist in Watermelon Slice. This is the Sour Patch Kids collab. Josh had bought me this for, I think, our anniversary, the whole collection, which was very sweet. I don't know if you can hear nothing because there is product in it because I can mist it on my face, but there's no way that I will ever be able to know how much is in here. Normally there is a little bit of sloshing, so this is not too long for this project and not too long for my collection, which is very nice for me that I'm using it up. But I will have that in the project for at least another month until my next update, and then we'll roll that out. But because there was one item that we finished up and one that just decided to no longer be in my collection, we get to roll two items in. So I have the game board up in front of me, or at least I'm about to have the game board up. I have the game board up in front of me. I have a shuffled deck of cards in front of me as well. And what I do is just fan them out and pick whichever one I want. Maybe this one. That is a king, a red king. And for that, it is an oldest product. So I will find some category that has an oldest product and select that for this prompt, or that prompt. But I get two. So let's go to the opposite side of the deck and we'll just pick this guy. Another king. Okay. No. We're just gonna... I'm only gonna roll in one red king at a time. If it was a black king, that would have been fine, but I'm not looking, I promise. Oh gosh. This one. A 6 of clubs. And a 6 of clubs is in it for the long haul. Should I have kept the red king? Yeah. Okay, so I'm going to go pick up an oldest product and something that's going to be in it for the long haul. Oh boy. Oh man, I don't know. I don't know about these choices. So we'll talk about oldest product first, and out of my collection, my single loose eyeshadows are like by far the oldest. So I figure, why don't we just roll one of my little less daunting sample pot ones in, and there's still a good chunk of product in here. Like, if you know anything about like loose eyeshadows, you don't need a whole lot and it takes forever. So this is Flaunt by bareMinerals. It was a limited edition. Wow, I had a very hard time thinking of that word. It was a limited edition or discontinued shade, and we're about halfway in this little sample pot. So I think what I want to do is just reach for this 10 times I think that'll be a good enough goal. 10 times. If we fly through it, maybe we can reevaluate. But I do want this project to always be like fun and like new things rolling in and out. So 10 times for Flaunt It. And then for in it for the long haul, I picked a fragrance because this is one of my absolute favorite scents, and I can see myself like actually enjoying this and not getting sick of it. And if it's something that's going to be in here for a long time, then I am more than happy to kind of use this. This is opaque black packaging, and I have absolutely no clue how much is in here. But let's just set a goal to use this. I don't know if I want to use it up, but maybe like 50 times. 50 times is like a good chunk of use, I think. Especially because I have like a decent array of fragrances. They're all down here. I do like to fluctuate, but this is one of my absolute favorite scents of all time. It just kind of smells like laundry. It's just so clean. That's not going to count as a use. I just wanted to smell like that. So yeah, I'm excited. I'm going to bring this in. 50 uses. I'm hoping I can get there within like 2 months. Hopefully not by the next update for sure, but like the update after. It's going to be, I'm going to not count reapplications. It's going to be like 50 days essentially. I'll have to reach for this. So I could in theory get it done in 2 months, but just there's no feasible way that I'll get it done in 1 month. But that is it for my deck of panning Project Pan. I have some freaking hard picks. So like the red base, like I still have, I don't know, 23 more uses on this. I have 20 more uses on my Natasha Denona topper. This should at least be the only thing that's going to roll out next time. And maybe if I really hyper focus on this shade called Flaunt, I can use it up. Let me just swatch things for you. Did I not swatch anything for you? I think you guys know what a red base looks like. It's red. It is a red base. I'm not lying when I say she's red. But the duochrome shade by Natasha Denona is that. Super pretty. And then the shade Flaunt by bareMinerals is that guy. So it's a very neutral wearable, but I'm really enjoying reaching and diving into color, like very colorful color. But that is it for this update. Let me know how you are doing if you are doing this deck of panning Project Pan. If you're doing it on Instagram or YouTube, just let me know. I would love to check out your video. But if you're doing it like on your own and just kind of like keeping track for yourself, let me know how you're doing on your project too. I would love to know. But that is it for this project. I hope you guys are staying healthy, sane, and safe, and I will catch you in my next video. Bye!